Why? Now, what are these reasons? These reasons can range from, first, hopelessness. First, we'll go to the negative reasons, then we'll go to a little positive reasons. Sometimes in life, there is a situation where things are just not moving in your life. You're just not moving forward. You feel stuck. And you will see people keeping using this way. Oh God, I feel so stuck. Oh God, I'm just stuck with money. Arey yaar, mera paisa atka hua hai. My money stuck somewhere. Stuck. That becomes desperation. That becomes hopelessness. How to make it unstuck? So there is this vow, there is this challenge, which is keeping you stuck over there. The moment you become aware of that, 50% of energy will be dissolved like that only. Then there is this human nature for greed and profit. Greed and profit goes side by side. Profit samajh mein aata hai, but when does profit get converted into greed, we even lose that thin line. As I keep on saying, there are a lot of thin lines between these energies. Energy between profit, energy between greed, there is a thin line. So let's say that you're getting XYZ rupees on 1000 rupees, and it is ethical, it is feasible, it is a profit. But the moment you start increasing that rate of profit, or the rate of interest, or the rate of return, it converts into greed. And that again transforms into a vow, the vow of greed. Then there will be a compulsion and force. You want to send your child abroad, someone in your family is in the hospital and has to be operated. If you've seen all these Hindi movies of the 70s and 80s, the mother or the brother or the sister would come running. Mera bhai अस्पताल में, my brother in the hospital. I'd do anything. मुझे बस आप 50,000 रुपए ऑपरेशन के लिए दे दिए. वो क्या आखिरी सांसें गिन रहा है. Something like that was always there. That was due to compulsion and force. You know that you want to save someone's life. You know that you want to save someone's career. You know that you have to try your best to save someone from a distress situation. That becomes a compulsion or a force. People don't have food sometimes, many of the poor people, if you talk about them, or they have been in such a situation where they have lost jobs, where they have lost everything, maybe in the share market, maybe in the lockdown, maybe due to any other situation. Then also it becomes a compulsion and force. You need to borrow to feed your family. Okay, people go through that. It's not that these things do not exist. Most of us will be able to relate those things because either we have heard it or we know about it. Now there is a war going on. Homes are destroyed. There is no food. There is no house. This is force and compulsion where they will be forced to even take whatever little comes from some other countries, the aid. Then scarcity and paucity. Today, if there is no water in your building for 3 days, what will happen, Neelu? Tell me.
Well, the house is dirty, the dishes don't get washed, you're thirsty. So,
you will rush around to find water.
Right.
You will rush around to end the scarcity of water. You'll call up your local dealer to even buy huge cans of Bisleri, even for your washroom, even for the drinking water, even for cleaning your vessels, cooking. You will rush to end that scarcity. So that scarcity or paucity of a certain resource also creates, oh God, now this is going to happen. Just God, please help me with this situation. End the scarcity. I will do this and this. I will come walking to this temple, or I'll come to your temple, or I'll do this. And normally during these things, we end up recalling or reiterating or remembering one or the other God. Because we are brought up that way. We have certain belief systems. We have certain environments, certain cultural values, which are sometimes helpful and which can be sometimes unhelpful. Now, what happens? God sitting over there, that entity sitting over there has not asked you to do anything or to create a vow. It's just your sense of insecurity, scarcity, compulsion, desperation, hopelessness. And then it all translates to this unknown feeling as to what's going to happen. The fear of the unknown. Tomorrow, if I'm not able to feed my family, if I don't have a bank balance, if I don't have a house, the fear of the unknown. That all creates these problems. These are all on the negative side. And the most important negative side is revenge and ego. Oh, this is within families, Neelu. Families have not been able to solve their simple property disputes because of the energy of money. I had a client yesterday calling me from Assam, 2 brothers. One is willing to compromise and do anything, okay, fine. But the other one is saying, no, I want this 20 square feet. 20 square feet, can you believe? Not even 2,000 or 2 lakh. 20 square feet of this plot. I want this in this way. I want it from your factory only. Even if the shape of your factory is going to change, I don't mind. I want it. The revenge, the ego. What is that? That is also a kind of a, and that ego and that revenge energy passes to your children. Again, it passes through in the lineage. Because you have not completed it, you want your child to complete it. These are all on the negative side. And on a very, I would not say negative, I would not say positive, but in a situation of emergency, that plea, that prayer, that strong intention which comes out of for help, when you know that there is just that one moment where either you can receive divine help or you cannot receive divine help. I don't know if any of you have experienced this kind of situation or no, but I do hope, cut, clear, delete, that none of us in this entire program experience this kind of situation. But I'm getting this situation to explain to you how sometimes you can create anything. Okay, you know that maybe your loved one is just on the verge of brink between life and death. It's the last breath, and you, God, please, just this once, I'll not ask for anything in my life, anything. Now you're saying you will not ask for anything in your life. The moment that vow is completed or that this is completed, after a month you forget about everything and we start asking again about so many other things we require. So what happens is, these reasons why we get into these kind of situations, they come and go, they come and go, they come and go. Now, what are the positive reasons? Enough with the negative reasons. Positive reasons are excitement. Yes, I got in that college, I got in the university, I got in Oxford. Now I'm going to do this and this and this and this. In that surge of excitement, tumne both of diya, main ye karunga, ye karunga, ye karunga. Again, you created a kind of a vow. Acha, kuch bhi karne ke liye, to do anything, Neelu, we require money. Even if you're well off, let's assume everything is good. And you said, I will do this and this and this. Now, to do this and this and this and that, you need to bring in the energy of money. And at that time, you forget to spend that money to do this and this and that. Then what happens again? Unknowingly, you have created a vow around the energy of money. Then there is happiness, there is peace, there is satisfaction, there is eagerness. These are the positive reasons. All of a sudden, your 80-year-old grandmother or grandfather one day calls you. I'm satisfied. I'm all done. Okay, this all belongs to you. This I'm giving you and going. And that uncle which is there, he has no involvement. I have told him also. And he's told you verbally and he's left. And he's transitioned. And you don't have a piece of paper to prove that. Unknowingly, the grandfather and the grandmother created a vow between you and what he was going to give you as the property. Again, property relates to money again in the long term. And what happens is, since you don't have the proof, now he did it out of satisfaction. He did it, the time has come, I'm going, I'm happy in my life, everything I've enjoyed, I've seen. Now this is yours. But to prove, the transaction has not been complete. Again, that is an incomplete vow. So these are various, tiny situations where indirectly or directly, the energy of money is going to come in one way or the other.